The next question: do angels have free will? Um, and I think I'll probably give my answers first because mine are simpler for for me.
Okay.
But yes, they have free will because we just talked about that just now with
Yeah.
Lucifer, and I believe that at the time, because of the fallen way of the angels, I think Lucifer, when he rebelled, he promised angels to have certain positions in his army, so to speak, in his new kingdom, and so he was luring the other angels, giving them, uh, a reason to rebel with him. And I can imagine Jesus was on the side over here saying, "No, don't do that." You know, why would you want to? Why would you go against the Creator? Uh, you've seen His power. You know what He can do. He created you, so you cannot be more powerful than the Creator.
Yeah.
But yet, uh, like I said, a third of them were manipulated or maybe threatened to join Satan, and uh, so that's where it stands.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what it was like. I don't know how he convinced them, but like you said, he convinced them, and it was his choice. Um, as we've already said, God does not, his foreknowing does not mean his predetermination. Just because he knows it doesn't mean he caused it. Meaning, and he wants love. And, we have more in common with angels than, or angelic beings than we know. Just looking at scripture with a closer eye shows that, demonstrates that. Um, so angels definitely, just like humans, had free will, have free will, uh, and some of them, up to a third of them, in the end, choose to turn their back on God, on their Creator, on their Father, and and um, chose to go after whatever Satan was offering. Um, and we know Lucifer sinned because of his pride and hubris. For that, again, I'm going to rattle off some biblical references. Y'all can look it up. I highly suggest and encourage y'all to do so. Um, the angels rebelled at least, well, more than once actually, and we see this in scripture in uh, and these are not in chronological order, but you see Satan's rebellion mentioned in Isaiah 14 verses 12 through 15, and that scripture is actually doing two things, like I keep saying in the regular podcast episodes. Um, the Bible frequently references two, three separate occasions in one passage, and leaves it up for to us to decipher it. But there, it's talking about a earthly king who rebelled against God and decided to um, build his throne high above the stars of God, and uh, but it does it in such a way that it equates it with Lucifer himself. So from that, we know that that's exactly what Lucifer did. He said, "You know what? I am going to make myself greater than God. I'm going to uh, enthrone myself above God." Um, and then the same thing. Well, a different rebellion is, well, a rebellion that was the consequence of the original rebellion is mentioned in Revelations 12:7 through 9, where it's talking about how Satan rebelled and dragged a third of the angels with him as he was cast down from heaven when Christ was born. Then there's the fallen angels and their judgment in 2 Peter 2:4 and Jude 1:6. Um, then there's Genesis 6, verse 2, where we see some angels abandoning their posts in heaven and coming to earth to um, interbreed with human women. Um, and then there's 1 Timothy 5:21, which talks about the elect angels, the chosen angels, or another way to translate it is um, the favorited angels. And it seems from the context that um, all the angels that did not participate in any of the other rebellions um, have been given a seal of approval, almost you could say, where they're saying, like, okay, these are the good angels, these are the faithful angels. And it's talking about that. So the fact that some angels rebelled and some angels remained faithful in multiple occasions shows that angels have free will. It's possible that some angels that participated or that did not participate in the first rebellion joined in the second rebellion or the third rebellion
Mhm.
and whatnot. But in the end, it was their choice. They had the freedom to choose, and they
Chose wrong.
yeah.